Look it up perfectly. 2020 Sneakos describes 2023 Sneako.
Oh, hey, didn't see it there. Oh, hey, didn't see it there. Fame is kind of like... You want to be famous. No, I know you tell people, I'm anti-social. People are fake. But you just sent me the link to your new song and said, rush that, gang. You just added model to your bio, and we know you're not. Let's be honest here. It's not for spreading awareness. You're posting TikToks one time to go viral with it. But you can't admit that because we both know that being clout hungry is pathetic. Talk. It's created this weird trend where people in their 30s will publicly tweet their relationship, but covering his face because of privacy. Who is it?
You're 30. You're not famous. Start a family.
I can't meet one more unbothered girl who's clearly bothered. Only people who care a lot have to show and tell how much they don't care. But don't blame Gen Z for this corniness, because people have always craved validation from strangers. We all do it so no one calls it out, but pay attention, and people desperately seek your approval in every conversation. All right, so boom, so I was with this girl, right? I was with this girl, yeah, and we had, okay. I had, yeah. Is that the whole story? Yeah. Pretty much any statement someone makes in a conversation that isn't to make you laugh or cry is them compensating. No, I'm a Sag, so that's why I'm moody. You're boring and want to be unique. Yeah, I got shot. You want to sound smart. It's giving. I just don't like you. But I've been lying to myself about clout chasing since the Obama years. In my opinion, nothing should come out of your mouth except for facts, jokes, and my...
I mean, come on.
And still, I hear myself talking and internally cringe because I say so much trying to sound cool. Classic case of being ignored in middle school, so you start plotting your revenge main character arc in high school. I'm not weird. I'm not weird. I'm not a nerd. They just don't understand me. Like if Hitler's paintings were rejected today, it wouldn't have fueled the incel rage for world dominance. He would have just started a podcast. Every cloud chaser was just once a forgotten nerd. Yes. If you're seeking validation, there will never be enough of it. Nobody actually cares about you. They're all busy having their own main character arc. You'll just be trying to maintain that high of first blowing up forever and ever and ever. And ever. And wow, that was really great when I blew up. So if you click off now, just know that the amount of views, it doesn't matter at all. Unless you're making money off it, which pretty much everyone is. In that case, it creates this weird economy where attention is literally currency, which is how you eat. Just the idea of fame is one of the most independent and sustainable careers of this generation. So, all right, so if everyone wants to be famous now, not only for ego, but because it's one of the best ways to be profitable and independent in a first world where working is cringe. Really, besides NFTs and credit card fraud, monetizing your sheep fans is one of the best ways to make money. Quick. Nobody wants to be a doctor anymore. We want to start an eco-friendly, motivational, graphic t-shirt, e-commerce, streetwear brand. Maybe I'm wrong and people don't want to be famous as much as I did since the cool kids bully, but even you, who doesn't let their self-worth lie in the heads of strangers, would sacrifice some privacy if it meant success in your passion. You would though, you would. How can anyone ignore how directly transferable fame is to success in any industry today? Dr. Miami has the BBL business a booming from his milli on the gram. Salt Bay's making $2K a steak to sprinkle some salt. But pursuing fame for validation instead of money is accepting that it will ruin you. Nothing is ever the same after being seen by the public eye. Trust me. Fame is best suited for the people that don't give a f. We're always gonna give a f. We're gonna judge, we're gonna hate, admire you, stalk you, but we don't actually want you to respond. Because nothing is really genuine after adjusting for the public's likability. And not
It's crazy watching someone make introspective videos on the same insecurities they would later fall to. Yeah.
Everybody's capable of not giving a f. Most of us are insecure, annoying, and boring. Me and you, we don't need to be known. We need more plumbers in this, bro. What? There's no plumbers anymore? You can't plumb something? Plumb something. I swear to God, if this video doesn't get me to 1 mil, I'm deleting this channel.
Like he's like a dumber left-wing version of Hassan, basically, where it's like he's about to just like print out some statement about the Matrix and it's going to be the most predictable, least intellectually compelling thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
I can't even compare him to Hassan. At least Hassan, like there's some logical through line with a lot of the stuff that he's saying. I just listen to Sneako and it just sounds like the same propaganda every day. I feel like it's almost insulting to Hassan to say that.
Well, that's why, to be fair, I said a dumber version.
Significantly dumber, but yes, okay.
Significantly dumber. Yeah, that is true. He is significantly.
So, do you
dumb.
take back the whole thing about Sneako being an intelligent person, or do you still feel like?
No, I mean, I think he legitimately does have like a high degree of intelligence, but I think people can get captured by cult stuff, like hardcore.
Okay.
I think it's important to understand that intelligent people can get captured by cult, because whether or not you get captured by cult, I don't think it has much to do with your intelligence. I think it has more to do with what you're missing in life. And I think that's really important for people to realize, because sometimes you can be a smart person and think you're above getting by certain systems, but you absolutely are not. It's going to come down to like the things that you have and the things you're missing.
So what do you think he's missing exactly? Because you said I heard a lot of stuff about him wanting to emulate a lot of masculine men or whatever it is. But what do you think he's missing exactly?
Damn, what is Sneako missing? Honest to God, I don't. It sounds silly to say, but I don't really know him personally that well. Like, we've hung out a few times, but I'm not like, I wouldn't consider us like ever like friends. Like, we weren't like having like deep talks about our past or whatever. For some reason, some things that I can tell is that like he's like very ideologically lost. Oh, actually, you know what did happen? I think, it was probably a combination of things. One was him blowing up, that he got really popular really fast. And then two was him not knowing what to do with it. And then the next part was him going too crazy, right? With the whole jokes and crazy like that. And then him getting banned, I think, sent him down a certain path that he wasn't like mentally mature enough to recover from. And I think it's just been kind of like that on repeat over and over and over and over and over again. But yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't have a community. Maybe he didn't have good like people to look up to in his life. Or maybe he had a really hard time gathering important things from people. Maybe he only ripped like the dumber things, right? Like the Patrice O'Neal like swinger party thing, and then the Fresh and Fit like kind of like the surface red pill shit, and then the Zerka whatever the this is, and now the Fuentes like it feels like if you dig away through everything, I don't know how much of Sneako actually exists. Like, what is Sneako? Like, what is to the core of his character? Like, is there anything in there that he's ever spent time considering before? It feels like when he was younger, it feels like there was, but I guess I don't understand 100% how he was so quick to let all of it go, and he just become like a notepad for everybody else to scribble on. But I'm
because
not sure.
Sneako never left the swinger party. Now he's just getting by every other political ideology, and they're all just taking turns.
True. But also, I don't even think that was it. I feel like if Sneako had never done that swinger thing, I think he would be at about the exact same spot in life. I don't think that. I know that like people attack him a little bit, but I don't think that was it. I wonder if, and I don't know, and I can't know, but I wonder if in the background, if stuff with his family was affecting him a lot. I'm not sure. Like Sneako privately is a very interesting person. So like for instance, the types of girls that Sneako is most attracted to are actually almost identical to the types of girls that I'm attracted to, but his ideology hates them, right? Like I'm attracted to intelligent, like kind of like high self-esteem, like these types of girls are the ones that I'm attracted to. When you look at who he was dating like privately, like the I don't know how much is publicly known, but like the last girl that he did the swinger party with, she fit the bill on that perfectly. Xena is like a very aggressive. She's a little sympathy, but she's like a very aggressive, very opinionated girl. But like even though privately he tends towards that, publicly he's got so much pressure to find like 18-year-old virgin dip, and so like so he's got this weird like private public persona that is like completely and totally opposite from each other. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I don't know what happened. I wonder if it's family stuff or what, but I don't know him personally enough to dig into his personal life to figure out like what went wrong.
Yeah. I think what you said in regards to, I don't know, there was something that stuck out to me. Maybe this was just a very bizarre thing. Mm-hmm. It almost makes the person stop to seem like a real person to me a little bit. But when he was talking about or when she was talking about the fact that he was hiding the fact that he was dating her for his image, and he was telling her like he couldn't be seen with her in public, to me, I don't know why, but it just made him seem super phony.
Yep.
Because of how openly he was preaching to everybody about living his truth and being this and this and that. The fact that he had a girlfriend that he was hiding because he knew it was bad for his image tells me that he knows he's a fraud deep down inside.
Not girlfriends, because I'm pretty sure he was private with the Maria for a lot longer than people realized, and he was private with the Xena. I don't know how many others he's hidden. I mean, I could start asking around to find out. But I mean, I know he's hidden like escapades, but that is pretty, it's pretty sad.
No, I just think if you're gonna be that person who's gonna be that hyper judgmental about everyone and how they run the, it's just so fascinating that you out here just lying about your girlfriend.
Yeah.
That you lying about your mate. You're telling everybody don't wipe up these Instagram this that da, 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 da. But you are privately telling these Instagram that you are you
love them and
that you love them and that they're your girlfriends. But publicly you lie. It's just like and you claim you're about your self improvement this and that. But it just sounds like you're doing PR. That's what it really sounds like when you really do it.
Yeah.
I
don't even think that
because the person I remember was very open about his insecurities, very open about his imperfection, his want for clout, and he and it was very human, which I think is beautiful in a way. But now it just seems like he's more about maintaining his image and still lying about the fact that he has those insecurities rather than just admitting to it. Like the human part about Sneako, which I think most people is what they grew to like, I think is kind of slipping away for this image of the masculine man he wants to portray.
Or has slipped away for a while. If you watch him on shows, I don't know if you notice this, he even tries like not to laugh. Like he tries so hard to sit there and look like stoic and holding frame. Like that's how much of a persona that he like tries.
It's hard to laugh when you're doing the Diamond Andrew Tate pose. You got to maintain frame the whole time, be super serious. The fact that he adopted the guy's hands is so cringe to me. There's an element of like follower that he exemplifies so hard whilst trying to be a leader at the same time. I think there's a part of him that wants to lead and like be seen as one, and then all of his actions just make him come off as a bit corny.
Yeah,
like when I see him there holding his hands like a diamond and being like, is this changing your whole body frame because you hung out with Andrew Tate once? It's making that.
Yeah, and I don't even I don't necessarily fault like the exploration, like he's a kid, but it's just like trying to do that exploration while also so confidently and smugly passing judgment on every other person and telling everybody else how horrible they are and how righteous you are and blah blah blah. It's like, bro, come on, like you can't.
I appreciate that, Destiny.
All right, bye. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.